This is the Bible in a Year Live Tanakh Project. Today is day 1 of week 3, and we'll be reading from Genesis chapter 43 to 45 this week from the Complete Jewish Bible. Let's dive in to today's reading. Bereshit, Genesis 43. But the famine was severe in the land, so when they had eaten up the grain which they had brought out of Egypt, their father said to them, Go again, buy us a little food. Yehudah said to him, The man expressly warned us, You will not see my face unless your brother is with you. If you will send our brother with us, we will go down and buy you food. But if you will not send him, we will not go down. For the man said to us, You will not see my face unless your brother is with you. Israel said, Why did you bring such trouble my way by telling the man you had another brother? They answered, The man kept questioning us about ourselves and about our kinsmen. He asked, Is your father still alive? Do you have another brother? And we answered according to the literal meaning of his questions. How are we to know he would say, Bring your brother down? Yehudah said to Israel his father, Send the boy with me, and we will make preparations and leave, so that we may stay alive and not die, both we and you, and also our little ones. I myself will guarantee his safety. You can hold me responsible. If I fail to bring him to you and present him to your face, let me bear the blame forever. Except for our lengthy delay, we would have been there again by now. Their father Israel answered them, If that's how it is, do this. Take in your containers some of the land's best products, and bring the man a gift, some healing resin, a little honey, aromatic gum, opium, pistachio nuts, and almonds. Take twice the amount of money with you, and return the money that came back with you in your packs. It could have been an oversight. Yes, and take your brother too, and get ready and go again to the man. May El Shaddai give you favor in the man's sight, so that he will release to you your other brother as well as Benjamin. As for me, if I must lose my children, lose them I will. The men took that gift, and they took twice the money with them, and Benjamin. Then they prepared, went down to Egypt, and stood before Joseph. When Joseph saw Benjamin with them, he said to his household manager, Take the men inside the house, kill the animals, and prepare the meat. These men will dine with me at noon. The man did as Joseph ordered, and brought the men into Joseph's house. Upon being ushered inside Joseph's house, the men became fearful. They said, It's because of the money that was returned in our packs the first time that we have been brought inside, so that he can use it as an excuse to attack us. Take us as slaves and seize our donkeys too. So they approached the manager of Joseph's household and spoke to him at the entrance of the house. Please, my lord, the first time we indeed came down to buy food, but when we got to camp, we opened our packs, and there inside our packs was each man's money, the full amount. We have brought it back with us. Moreover, we have brought down other money to buy food. We have no idea who put our money in our packs. Stop worrying, he replied. Don't be afraid. Your God and the God of your father put treasure in your packs. As for your money, I was the one who received it. Then he brought Shimon out to them. The man brought the men into Joseph's house and gave them water, and they washed their feet, and he provided fodder for their donkeys. Then they got their gift ready for Joseph's arrival at noon, for they had heard that they were going to eat a meal there. When Joseph arrived home, they went into the house and presented him with the gift they had brought with them, then prostrated themselves before him on the ground. He asked them how they were and inquired, Is your father well, the old man of whom you spoke? Is he still alive? They answered, Your servant our father is well. Yes, he is still alive. As they bowed in respect, he looked up and saw Benjamin his brother, his mother's son, and said, Is this your youngest brother, of whom you spoke to me? And added, May God be good to you, my son. Then Joseph hurried out, because his feelings toward his brother were so strong that he wanted to cry. He went to his bedroom, and there he wept. Then he washed his face and came out. But he controlled himself as he gave the order to serve the meal. They served him by himself, the brothers by themselves, and the Egyptians included at the meal by themselves. Egyptians don't eat with Hebrews because that is abhorrent to them. So they sat there facing him, the firstborn in the place of honor, the youngest in the last place, and the men expressed their amazement to each other. Each was given his serving there in front of him, but Benjamin's portion was 5 times as large as any of theirs, so they drank and enjoyed themselves with him. Bereshit, Genesis 44. Then he ordered the manager of his household, fill the men's packs with food, as much as they can carry, and put each man's money just inside his pack, and put my goblet, the silver one, just inside the pack of the youngest, along with his grain money. He did what Joseph told him to do. At daybreak the men were sent off with their donkeys. But before they were far from the city, Joseph said to his manager, Up, go after the men, and when you overtake them, say to them, Why have you repaid good with evil? Isn't this the goblet my lord drinks from? Indeed, the one he uses for divination? What you have done is evil. So he caught up with them and said these words to them. They replied, Why does my lord speak this way? Heaven forbid that we should do such a thing. Why? The money we found inside our packs we brought back to you from the land of Canaan. So how would we steal silver or gold from your Lord's house? Whichever one of us the goblet is found with, let him be put to death, and the rest of us will be my Lord's slaves. He replied, Fine, let it be as you have said. Whichever one it is found with will be my slave, but the rest of you will be blameless. Then each hurried to put his pack down on the ground, and each one opened his pack. He searched, starting with the oldest and ending with the youngest, and the goblet was found in the pack belonging to Benjamin. At this, they tore their clothes from grief. Then each man loaded up his donkey and returned to the city. Yehuda and his brothers arrived at Joseph's house. He was still there, and they fell down before him on the ground. Joseph said to them, How could you do such a thing? Don't you know that a man such as myself can learn the truth by divination? Yehuda said, There's nothing we can say to my lord. How can we speak? There's no way we can clear ourselves. God has revealed your servant's guilt. So here we are, my lord's slaves, both we and also the one in whose possession the cup was found. But he replied, Heaven forbid that I should act in such a way. The man in whose possession the goblet was found will be my slave. But as for you, go in peace to your father. He approached. Then Yehuda approached Joseph and said, Please, my lord, let your servant say something to you privately, and don't be angry with your servant, for you are like Pharaoh himself. My lord asked his servants, Do you have a father or a brother? We answered, My lord, we have a father who is an old man, and a child of his old age, a little one whose brother is dead. So that of his mother's children he alone is left, and his father loves him. But you said to your servants, Bring him down to me, so that I can see him. We answered, My lord, the boy can't leave his father. If he were to leave his father would die. You said to your servants, You will not see my face again unless your brother is with you. We went up to your servant my father and told him what my lord had said. But when our father said, Go again and buy us some food, we answered, We can't go down. Only if our youngest brother is with us will we go down, because we can't see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us. Then your servant my father said to us, You know that my wife bore me 2 sons. The one went out from me, and I said, Surely he has been torn to pieces, and I haven't seen him since. Now, if you take this one away from me too, and something happens to him, you'll bring my gray hair down to Sheol with grief. So now, if I go to your servant my father, and the boy isn't with us, seeing how his heart is bound up with the boy's heart, when he sees that the boy isn't with us, he will die, and your servants will bring the gray hair of your servant our father down to Sheol with grief. For your servant himself guaranteed his safety. I said, If I fail to bring him to you, then I will bear the blame before my father forever. Therefore, I beg you, let your servant stay as a slave to my lord instead of the boy, and let the boy go up with his brothers. For how can I go up to my father if the boy isn't with me? I couldn't bear to see my father so overwhelmed by anguish. Bereshit, Genesis 45. At last, Joseph could no longer control his feelings in front of his attendants and cried, "Get everybody away from me." So no one else was with him when Joseph revealed to his brothers who he was. He wept aloud, and the Egyptians heard, and Pharaoh's household heard. Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is it true that my father is still alive?" His brothers couldn't answer him. They were so dumbfounded at seeing him. Joseph said to his brothers, "Please, come closer." And they came closer. He said, "I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. But don't be sad that you sold me into slavery here, or angry at yourselves, because it was God who sent me ahead of you to preserve life. The famine has been over the land for the last 2 years, and yet for another 5 years there will be neither plowing nor harvesting. God sent me ahead of you to ensure that you will have descendants on earth and to save your lives in a great deliverance. So it was not you who sent me here, but God, and he has made me a father to Pharaoh, lord of all his household, and ruler over the whole land of Egypt. Hurry, go up to my father and tell him, 'Here is what your son Joseph says. God has made me lord of all Egypt. Come down to me, don't delay. You will live in the land of Goshen and be near me, you, your children, your grandchildren, flocks, herds, everything you own. I will provide for you there, so that you won't become poverty-stricken, you, your household, and all that you have, because 5 years of famine are yet to come. Here, your own eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my own mouth speaking to you. Tell my father how honored I am in Egypt, and everything you have seen, and quickly bring my father down here." Then he embraced his brother Benjamin and Benjamin wept on his neck, and he kissed all his brothers and wept on them. After that, his brothers talked with him. The report of this reached Pharaoh's house. "Joseph's brothers have come." And Pharaoh and his servants were pleased. Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers, here is what you are to do. Load up your animals, go to the land of Canaan, take your father and your families, and come back to me. I will give you good property in Egypt, and you will eat the fat of the land. Moreover, and this is an order, do this, take wagons from the land of Egypt to carry your little ones and your wives, and bring your father and come. Don't worry about your stuff, because everything good in the land of Egypt is yours." The sons of Israel acted accordingly, and Joseph gave them wagons, as Pharaoh had ordered, and gave them provisions for their journey. To each of them he gave a set of new clothes, but to Benjamin he gave 7.5 pounds of silver and 5 sets of new clothes. Likewise, to his father he sent 10 donkeys loaded with the finest goods Egypt produced, as well as 10 female donkeys loaded with grain, bread, and food for his father to eat on the return journey. Thus he sent his brothers on their way, and they left. He said to them, "Don't quarrel among yourselves while you're traveling." So they went up out of Egypt, entered the land of Canaan, and came to Yaakov, their father. They told him, "Joseph is alive. He's ruler over the whole land of Egypt." He was stunned at the news. He couldn't believe them. So they reported to him everything Joseph had said to them. But it was only when he saw the wagons which Joseph had sent to carry him that the spirit of Yaakov, their father, began to revive. Israel said, "Enough. My son Joseph is still alive. I must go and see him before I die." Here ends the reading of the Lord today. Blessings.